Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Welcome to the Lovin Daily, where we take you through the top stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. A couple of big ones this morning. Number one, there is a banning on movement in and out of Abu Dhabi starting from Tuesday for 1 week. We'll also be talking about the fact that Emirates has unfortunately confirmed some layoffs and the fact that there's a lot of new rules based on when and where you need to wear your masks. This includes exercise, this includes updates for kids, so stay tuned for that. But we'll move into our first story, which is the fact that there is a ban on moving to and from Abu Dhabi to other Emirates, and this will begin on Tuesday, June 2nd. That's tomorrow. This was announced yesterday by Abu Dhabi Media Office. The ban is expected to be in place for 1 week, and it's for all UAE residents and nationals. So it was announced by the Abu Dhabi Emergency and Crisis Committee for the COVID pandemic in collaboration with both Abu Dhabi Police and DOH. And they also announced a ban on movement between regions in Abu Dhabi. So between Abu Dhabi, Al Ain and Al Dhafra. So this starts from June 2nd, like I said, for 1 week. There are people who are exempt, so employees of vital sectors are exempt from the ruling. But it's worth noting that residents within the regions are permitted to move freely as long as it's in line with the National Sterilisation Programme timings. So if you're in Al Ain, you're still allowed to move around Al Ain, of course, like I said, in line with the timings, but you can't move out of Al Ain starting from Tuesday, June 2nd for a week. We kind of led with the headline that all movement in and out of Abu Dhabi is banned from Tuesday, because I think here in Dubai it affects us most, maybe if we're working there. I know a lot of people do a commute, or maybe if you have family there, or if you're considering a weekend trip down to maybe a hotel or the beach there. Chai, I spoke to you this morning because I know that Chai looks a little bit upset because I know that you had rented a car for your mom to go down, right? Because she had a...
Yeah, she had a doctor's appointment, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So she just shifted appointment to Dubai now.
Okay, well, at least she was able to do that, right?
Yeah, she was able to do that. And we've also planned to meet my older brother, which I haven't seen in since the lockdown started.
Oh, you were planning to go down too? I thought it was this.
Like he was going to come down with my mom. So that's not happening.
And this is the second time you've been done over by...
By waiting at car. It's just bad timing.
Well, at least in this case, there's 2 days to plan, because I think sometimes the lockdowns have come in and it's been the following day, so people have kind of been left in limbo. But here you have a day to move around if you need to, which is pretty good news. And of course, this is all kind of as the UAE continues to curb the spread of COVID-19. Just in case you're on Instagram, of course on Facebook we have the numbers, but there were 661 new cases yesterday, 386 recoveries, which of course is quite a dip, and hoping that we will see a continued slide in numbers. Following into our next story, Dubai has laid out new rules for wearing masks. This is key, I think, as a lot of people this will affect. Dubai's Supreme Committee of Crisis and Disaster Management has laid out a new set of guidelines for wearing face masks when you're outside of your home. You can now remove your face mask temporarily in certain conditions. So if you're driving alone or with family, you don't need to wear a mask. If you're eating indoors or drinking indoors or outdoor settings, you don't need to wear one. Engaging in strenuous exercise, being alone, swimming or skydiving, and undergoing specific medical treatments. These are all cases you don't need your mask. And also certain categories have also been exempted. So children under the age of 6, people of determination with cognitive, intellectual or sensory disorders that hamper the ability to breathe or communicate, and also individuals who require supplemental oxygen or have severe respiratory conditions, they also don't need to wear masks. So kind of a couple of ones that I think will affect a lot of us. If you're engaging in rigorous exercise, what do you think counts as rigorous exercise? Does running on the marina count as, or running anywhere on a path, is that rigorous?
Yeah, because when you're running, you need to breathe, or this.
I think so, because I think I've tried it a little bit. Have you guys worn masks outside? It can definitely...
Or how about high-intensity workouts?
High-intensity workouts. I think outside, if you're running in this heat, it definitely feels like it's strenuous exercise. But I guess walking, of course, you'll need to wear your mask. People, if you're driving alone, so this is new rules for if you're in your car, if you're with your family, you don't need to wear a mask anymore. So before, the case was that if it was one person alone, they didn't need to wear a mask, but if you're with more than one person, everyone does. But now, if you're with family, you don't need to, which is kind of nice, because of course, if you're with household members, you're not wearing your mask at home. And also, I think this is so important for kids, because I can't imagine, and for parents, because I can't imagine trying to put masks on kids. Kids under the age of 6 do not need to wear masks. Can't even imagine trying to put a mask on a 4 or 5-year-old in this heat. So shout out to parents if you've been doing that, tackling that. But note for everyone, wearing a mask outdoors is still mandatory, and violators can expect a fine of 3,000 dirham. So these are all just different circumstances that you may not need to wear it, but in general, the rule and the fine of 3,000 still stands. If you don't want a 3,000 fine, continue to wear it. Also, I didn't actually have it there, but there is a new ruling for wearing masks in your office. So if you're sitting alone, not surrounded by people, you don't need to wear a mask in your office. But of course, if you're in kind of a group situation, then you do need to wear one. And we'll move on to our final story. Emirates has confirmed layoffs. Now, this is the day we didn't want to see. The airline has issued a statement on Sunday saying that through the difficult period, it has worked to keep the Emirates family together. And despite reviewing all possible scenarios, the airline must say goodbye to a few wonderful people that have worked with Emirates in the last number of years. The airline added that it will work to treat employees, of course, with fairness and respect, and it will also work with impacted employees to ensure that they are well looked after and taken care of with necessary means. Like I said, this is the day that we really didn't want to see, but how companies are managing layoffs at these times is really interesting to see. This is a short statement that came out by Emirates yesterday, and in it, it's clear that they had no other choice. They said that they will take great care of their employees. I'll just kind of read out the end of the statement there. It said, "We will continue reassessing the situation and will adapt during this transitional period. We do not take this view lightly, and the company is doing everything possible to protect jobs wherever we can. Where we are forced to take tough decisions, we will treat people with fairness and respect. We will work with impacted employees to ensure they are well looked after and taken care of with necessary means." It was a short statement, but I feel like they kind of addressed everything that's needed to be looked at. They didn't say the number, they just said some employees. So if there's more updates on that, we will bring them to you. But those are our top stories, guys. Just a quick recap. All movement in and out of Abu Dhabi is banned from Tuesday, and also between 3 regions in Abu Dhabi is banned. Within those regions, you are allowed to move freely. The new list for what you can wear for your masks will be on Lovin Dubai shortly. We'll publish it soon. And also the fact that Emirates has confirmed layoffs. Those are top stories this morning, guys. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have a brilliant day. Bye. And also, goodbye, Instagram.